Okay.
We're good now. Hopefully.
You got all that confusion settled.
There'll be a sticks. We're fine. All right.
Obus. All right. We're good.
All right. I'll give a countdown. Hopefully we're good. Countdown. All right. All right. 3,
Go ahead.
2, 1, go.
Resident Evil 4.
I chose normal. Okay.
So this is New Game Professional.
Yeah, this is New Game Professional. Like, you know, my co-commentator stated.
I am Carpenter, by the way.
Yeah.
Did not say it. Oh, the one shot.
Right. So what I just got there, by the way, was a crit.
You got the sick RNG right out of the gate.
Every gun has some sort of crit, like, modifier. Yeah, usually, you know. Oh, I
Crows have grenades, by the way.
Some crows also... Okay, so, to explain, the handgun has a high crit modifier, and sometimes a headshot can offer just a one-shot on the enemies. So...
It's kind of rare for that first guy. Usually the first guy will take 4 shots to kill, and then you will reload as you run into a cutscene, and like the reload will basically happen during the cutscene, kind of buffer it. But in this case, didn't even need to reload because he got the crit. So
exactly.
That's kind of nice.
Exactly.
Alright, so this is the infamous village fight. We make pretty short work of it in the speedrun because of grenades. You do have to kill one guy first before doing the rest stuff. So essentially, a group of enemies spawns with the cutscene. You just get there, throws the grenade out the window, that kills the whole group of enemies that just spawned there. Gets this other grenade in the shotgun from upstairs, and now, at that point, this other group that spawned has congregated over here, and he can throw the grenade to kill that group while jumping over the fence to get invincibility frames, to not get hurt by his own grenade.
Yes.
And between killing those two groups with the grenades, that clears the fight. Essentially how the fight works is, it's an X amount of enemies that you have to kill to clear the fight. So by managing those spawn patterns, we're able to clear them very quickly with the grenades.
Yep.
And you'll see there he grabbed a treasure item. Of course, it's a new game, so we need quite a bit of money to buy certain items that we're going to need, like new weapons and stuff. So, or just certain quick treasures that he'll be grabbing throughout the room.
There's a little thing here that I don't know if I'm gonna go for. I'm not gonna go for it, actually.
Yeah,
You can skip, if you do the QT super late, you could skip that tree right there and save about 1.5 seconds. But you run the risk of dying because you do the QT too late.
Yeah.
So
For some reason, then putting that QT really late just puts your position further forward than usual.
Exactly.
We call that the tree skip because you're not stuck in front of that tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is essentially the first chapter of the run.
Pretty easy.
You also saw there was a lot of fiddling around in the inventory. First of all, because this version loads so fast, a lot of times it's beneficial to switch to a grenade while you're just running for a while, because Leon actually has a very slightly faster running speed when you're holding something with one hand like that. And then the other things he switched around in the inventory is just some stuff that he needs for down the line. Basically, everything we place in the inventory and where we place it is very deliberate. It's all to manipulate the sort of algorithm that items enter the inventory. So by placing things out in a certain way, basically assures that when he picks up new items, they're going to go into a place in the inventory that's ideal. So you want to try to keep it very neat and organized. Otherwise it can get filled up and wasted space and things like that.
Wastes a lot of time. For sure.
Got this area is the canyon. It was pretty clean overall. Enemy behavior is always a little bit different, so many areas of the run, including that one, you have to sort of just pay attention where enemies are at and kind of play a bit reactionary.
I'm gonna go for the shot here.
Oh, the shot, dude.
I got it.
It's also interesting to mention, you can actually manipulate enemies quite a bit in this game. And when he kicked open that one door earlier, he kicked it in such a way that the guy pointed at him. Oh, this guy. Oh no, he couldn't.
So there's a new trick there where if you shoot a certain dynamite guy, you will the guy you saw open the door for me. You know, he's a very nice man, and sometimes he can just, if you shoot that dynamite guy for some reason, he opens the door and you can kind of squeeze through.
A lot of enemy manipulating.
Yeah, a lot of it.
But in that case, that guy who threw the sickle, he threw it pretty early, so usually we're able to squeak by on the left, but in this case, we could. Fortunately, you do start with one healing item. It's definitely crucial to heal if you get hit, because if you're in yellow health, Leon actually runs significantly slower. So, not ideal to have to use the heal there, but should be alright.
Hopefully. These pitchfork guys are kind of a breeze usually.
Yeah, pretty much. This run is very movement based, actually, believe it or not, because all these groups of enemies that he's running through, most of the time it's only possible to run past them all because of taking very particular movement paths, and that just ties into the enemies. The enemies essentially react to what you're doing, so a lot of the times, if you do the same thing every time, they're going to take the same movement path every time, so you can kind of trick them into doing what we need them to.
Right there we bought a rocket, which we'll be using later for a certain boss that is maybe hard casually, you know, but turns out rockets are pretty good in this game.
Yeah.
Really, really good, and they're relatively cheap.
It's kind of funny, like, a lot of people play this game for the first time. Rockets kind of fall into, like, this too good can't use category. But in reality, like, they're actually OP for bosses.
Yeah.
So
you'll see quite a bit of that.
A lot of rocket usage to take out bosses quickly. So that merchant encounter is scripted, so it's a good opportunity to pick up the one we need.
Yep.
And the 3 treasures we picked up are just enough money to buy that rocket with.
And these grenades I'm picking up now are basically just prepping for a cabin fight and future flashes. The hand grenades will be for a cabin fight later on that are really useful.
Once again, crows have grenades, because, you know. It's just what they do. They eat grenades. I like doing it.
Yeah. And incendiary grenades for another boss and stuff.
Just thought of it. Not really relevant to this category, but if you play the New Game Plus category, the Bolter QT just reminded me of it. You can't do it on that one, but the first one we saw that we were talking about, the tree skip, if you're playing the New Game Plus category, there is actually a trick you can use to bypass the QT altogether, and you don't have to run away from the boulder.
Yes.
Kind of interesting. Anyway, the Lago fight coming up.
Go ahead.
First real boss of the game, essentially. You are on a boat during this fight, and it's very important the way you move the boat. Pretty much if you know what you're doing, you can move your boat in such a way to dodge all the obstacles that are in your way. That if you hit an obstacle, you get knocked off the boat. But take a certain movement path to dodge everything and get some harpoon throws in on this monster. And essentially we need 12 hits to kill him. So it's going to be steering around logs and stuff, popping hits. There are also multiple patterns that allow you you. And you kind of have to change up your game plan based on what he does. It is possible based on... Yeah, that was kind of much. Okay, so this is the good pattern here. He can dive under the water completely here.
Yeah, and you lose.
You have to wait for him to come back up. He still has a chance to do it here. There's 2 opportunities.
Perfect logo.
Yeah, he didn't go under either time here. So this is the best possible pattern. So that was really good. And he's steering off to the side too to pop in those quick hits while he's turning around. So that was perfect. That's the best logo fight you can have. But yeah, there's those 2 chances that he can go under. And that'll lose like roughly 15 seconds if he does that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's the second time he does it, there's not much you can do about it. You can just kind of do it. The first one, it's actually possible. It is random, but it's possible based on your movement to actually manipulate the pattern.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do. For some reason, it's different on professional than if you were playing on normal. I have no idea why, but if you're on normal, it's pretty feasible to actually manipulate good pattern every time, but it's actually very difficult on professional. But in this case, best pattern.
Easy box shots.
Shoots in boxes.
So I kept a very specific reload route that basically makes me want to reload during an auto scroller coming up because it's just the most optimal. It sucks to, you kind of know when you have a good, chapter 1 when you miss shots and like screw up your reload route. It's really easy to know that.
It's pretty surprising how much when you reload actually matters. And it can vary a little bit too. Because just sometimes you'll need to use more shots than other times, depending on what enemies do. Sometimes you'll need to pop one of them just to get them out of your way. Just to stop them. Interestingly, if you're playing a version of the game, there's a million versions of this game. Playing a version that runs at 30 FPS, there's actually an out-of-bounds glitch here to bypass that group of enemies, called the waterfall skip. Since that lever he pulled drops gets rid of a waterfall that's blocking the way. But you can bypass that on 30 FPS. It's kind of interesting. There are different glitches that are possible depending on the frame rate. There are some things that are possible only on 60 as well, so we'll definitely yep, choice did. It's the El Gigante boss fight. That's what the first rocket is for. Just instantly kills him. Then you take his money and leave. That's another thing too, like I was talking about, if you're playing this game for the first time, like, rockets are super worth it, because you pretty much get half your money back anyway, from the money the boss drops.
Yeah. Especially late game bosses, you get your money back.
Yeah, they drop a lot of money. Yeah, the money route for this speedrun is very well developed, actually. This game has actually seen quite a bit of optimization lately. Like, it's definitely been in a constant state of optimization for a long time, but I've definitely seen some pretty cool breakthroughs lately. This category's getting to be very optimized.
There's a few new ones that I can't wait to show off.
Yeah. He's gonna be showing off.
They're hard, but they look really good when they're done. One of them's goofy. One of them's like brand new, like literally like 2 days ago.
It's good.
So
Ashley, by the way.
Yes.
Plot.
This part.
You don't get any plot because cutscene skips, but
this part, you just gotta escort the lady.
Oh, dude, you forgot the normal costume.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, I forgot.
I don't remember you saying.
I misclicked.
No.
I was gonna wear the normal costume.
All right, reset, dude. You gotta start the run over.
Absolutely.
But yeah, essentially, if you're not familiar with Resident Evil 4, spoilers, the whole game is an escort mission. Ashley is the president's daughter, and rescue her. So I have to put up with her.
Wait, follow me.
And you can't go through doors if she isn't close.
Wait, follow me.
So you gotta bring her through.
With some exceptions.
Some exceptions, yeah. Most of the time.
Once again, just taking particular movement paths to manipulate enemies in a way to get past them. Definitely harder than it looks.
Wait.
And he also, you might notice he had Ashley like wait and then follow again immediately. That's another trick that's used pretty frequently to manipulate enemies, because anytime they hear you say wait or follow, they react to that as well.
So this is the cabin fight. I shot him too early. We want him to kill that first guy. It's a blue jacket guy. Because
we have our homie Lewis.
Yeah. We got our... Oop, wrong grenade. But you want enemies to come in so you can kill them with the grenades. Oh, he swung at him. That sucks. You want Lewis to kill that first guy as well. They're fast. So then the waves can just keep refreshing. You can keep killing enemies as fast as possible.
Yeah, it's a pretty particular fight. We're really trying to micromanage just the way the enemy spawns happen and maximize the amount of kills we're getting with all these grenades.
Yes.
Another interesting thing, you'll notice he's really waiting for opportune moments. That's, again, just to maximize the kills. But also, we actually want Lewis to get grabbed. If Lewis gets grabbed, then there's like a brief state where the enemies will ignore you. Like while Lewis is in a grab, the enemies will ignore the gun. So that sort of helps as well to get those grenades off safely. But that's pretty much the whole grenade phase of the fight now. He just has to camp out the stairs and just be smart with the shotgun, maximize the kills that he has with the ammo he has.
Reload at a bad time.
Oh no, yeah. That's the hard thing with this fight is guys are coming up at different times. And you have to really manage when to reload. Just when they're going to come up. And there's a lot of randomness with Lewis as well. Because, guys might be hitting Lewis and that's stopping him from killing guys. Cabin's another one of those fights that ends when you kill a certain amount of enemies. In this case, 40 Ganados.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunate getting hit in extra time there. Normally, you would want to combine those 3 herbs he has, the green, red, and yellow, and sell them. But in this case, since he got hit and he doesn't want to be in yellow health, he's got to use that green herb just to get back to health.
You'll see me pausing here because keyboard and mouse, there are some strats on keyboard and mouse that are actually faster.
Follow me.
It's very interesting.
Follow me.
But with like high sensitivity,
follow me.
Because you're not supposed to knife these chains in one hit. In one go, it's not supposed to be possible because just the sensitivity is too slow. But if you up the sensitivity with your mouse, you can do 1 slash like that. And it's a little faster.
Yeah, and it's also worth mentioning, of course, for a marathon purpose, this is real time, so that's really not faster because he's going in the menu, but we're really just showing, he's just trying to show off the strats that we would normally be doing. In fact, this game is timed with a load remover, or for other versions by in-game time, there is an in-game timer in this that's very accurate. The Steam version is a load remover though, but that options menu does not count for time, for the in-game time, or load remover, so yep. So yeah, technically not faster RTA, but that is factored into the estimate, so no worries there.
Oh yeah.
Just figured it's better to show off what the run's really like.
There are some people, the whole keyboard and mouse thing is interesting. Like, it's, at first people thought it was like, not unusable, but it was worse. But I think in the New Game Pro, like, meta and how it's like shifted over the years, keyboard's becoming almost better because of just how easy it is to aim.
Oh, it definitely is better.
Yeah.
But it's hard to use. Like, if you're used to controller, it's really hard to use keyboard and mouse. But there is one really good player, Mike Wave by name, that uses only keyboard and mouse, and it's definitely superior. Like, if you can master using it, it's definitely better. Really good aiming and everything. But even for us guys who use controller, we do switch over to keyboard and mouse for certain things like that. Like for those chains, it's really nice because that's one knife swing versus two.
Yeah. It's a little like fun mini game. Spices it up.
It was a good time to talk about it too because of that auto scroller.
Yeah.
Wait.
Another boss fight here. This one's pretty interesting. Actually, do not have a rocket for this guy, but he is pretty vulnerable to fire.
Somehow.
And we have all these incendiary grenades that we have conveniently collected. So, just gonna waste them.
He can give you multiple patterns. See how slow he is there? That's a slower Mendez.
For some reason, his movements can vary a little bit.
That was
being really slow here.
That was the ultra slow one. You lose about 5 seconds for that. That's a rough one.
Yeah, he was just chilling.
Sometimes he can just insta hop up and then hop back down so you can kill him instantly, and the other ones he just takes his time like that one.
But yeah, kill that boss completely with the incendiary nades. One of them though, he actually hit an explosive barrel with it as well. So he takes the damage from both. He takes the damage from the barrel and the incendiary grenade. So
yep.
So very nicely.
Surrounded by fire is weak to fire. Just how it is sometimes.
Another interesting thing regarding that boss, another weird difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS versions of the game. For some bizarre reason, if you are on 30 FPS, he actually takes one more incendiary grenade to kill than what was used here. For some reason, the damage stays out longer on 60. Same for like flash grenades. If you hit a guy with a flash grenade, the duration of the flash is longer than it would be on 30. It's very strange.
Yeah.
There's a lot of version differences with this game.
Yeah.
A lot
too
of
many. too many. Okay, so since I got hit with my first aid, as you recall, I got hit by that, flip-flop.
Yeah.
Which means I'm gonna have to grab this truck money, because usually I would sell these healing items going into this inventory here, or this merchant in the castle. But because I got hit twice, I'm a little behind on my money route, and so that truck gives me 5.5k that I can use to kind of catch back up.
Normally wouldn't grab it, but
yeah.
In this case, essentially that money you just took there makes up for the fact that since this combined herb is now, it's a different type of herb than it would be if you combine the green. It sells for less, so that money from the truck makes up for that. And this merchant selling all our equipment. Get rid of that handgun, get rid of that shotgun, and buys the TMP and the semi-automatic rifle, which will be used for most of the run. At least the TMP will. Rifle gets ditched eventually as well.
Need to snipe that guy.
Putting it to immediate use. A bunch of guys here that start firing catapults at you, and that guy he just sniped out is one of the catapult operators.
Wait.
And if he was alive,
follow me.
Would not be beneficial. you would have to do some different strats than what we do here normally.
Wait.
As it is, you do have to respect this one guy.
Yeah, because you see the catapult right above me? That's where I killed him at. He would be firing down on me right now if I didn't kill him.
Which, it is actually possible to stop cranking and then start cranking again and just spam that a bunch of times, and you'll actually get invincibility frames from doing that if the catapult hits you. But on this faster version, it's actually much slower to do that versus just sniping the guy up. But there are actually slower versions of the game where that strat would be faster.
Re-entering the room. Puts enemies back at their locations.
Yeah, you will see a little bit of that.
Follow me.
And those loads are just so fast on this version.
So it's worth it, yep.
Just resets their positions.
Actually, the door stopper. Right there.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great at it. Dude, she's a gentleman. Holds the door for you.
Truly.
And sometimes you gotta hold the door for her.
Yeah.
It's a door holding policy in this game. Because kicking doors is slow. Ooh, that guy's creeping.
Follow me.
There we go. Thank you. Appreciate ya.
Thanks, Ashley.
Now we're close to the infamous strat that has caused a divide.
Yeah. And an infamous room in general.
Yeah.
Very infamous room.
The water hall room.
Yeah, also a castle. We didn't mention. We're in a castle now.
Wait.
This is where most of the game takes place. And
Refresh the scenery a bit.
definitely has some pretty long chapters in it. Yeah, we're going to be entering the water hall soon. Very infamous room in this game. Definitely one of the most memorable rooms if you have played this game before.
Mm-hmm.
But before that is this guard fight, which is going to do some pretty cool stuff with the rifle on this guy. It's not going to know what hit him.
Unscoping is faster than just spamming, so
Yeah,
Nice.
it's actually pretty slow if you wait to fire another shot. So, it's very interesting. Gardor, like most enemies, reacts very much so to what you're doing. So, he just keeps positioning himself in a way where the Gardor moves in a way that he's exposing that weak point to him.
So this
Another interesting thing there, having Ashley wait.
this is a new strat. This is one of the new strats I was talking about. Before, we would have to snipe the archers and the shield guys, right? But now, recent discovery, we use a flame grenade to put down
Follow me.
the shield guys instead.
A lot of guys in here.
It's a few.
Usually not that many boys. This strat is very reactionary.
Very.
Different results every time.
Oh.
Oof. This guy's usually not close. So get Ashley on that crank. Flash the boys. Thank goodness it flashed the archers. The archers can be a big problem.
Yeah.
Those kicks coming in handy, getting guys off them.
Nice.
It's just,
Let's go.
That was good. That was good.
Whew.
Nice.
First
Very
try.
good result. That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool that you got to show that strat off. That is not an easy strat, guys. That is very reactionary.
Mhm.
The guys are doing different stuff every time, and you just need to have very good awareness of what they're doing to react to the situation.
Watch out for me.
Pretty scary. A lot of practice hours go into that for sure.
Yeah, that definitely saves a nice bit of time versus the old strat of sniping the four guys when you enter. That's definitely a strat that really shows the player's knowledge of the game and just how enemies behave.
And the possibilities.
Oh, no collateral.
And just the possibilities in general. Oh, 3 money.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Wait, our money route's really good now. Alright.
Yeah, this is a little bit of an honest grind. Just gotta kill all these guys while Ashley does some more cranking. Pick up some stuff. that we're
Kill
gonna
the guys you need to kill.
Gotta stop this.
Need to pick up.
That guy will beat Ashley. You don't stop him.
Yep. Now we just go pick up our items.
I'm gonna real quick refresh stream,
Sure.
'cause I think I'm a little bit behind.
Want to avoid handgun ammo because we're not using it. It just takes up space.
Yeah, that if you do pick up some handgun ammo by accident, usually we just go in the inventory and discard it right away.
Yeah,
That really interferes with the layout of the inventory.
especially at this stage of the game.
Yeah, this is
Constantly
actually very
using
crucial.
different items. Inventory is
It's a very crucial part of the
super
game.
crucial for castle.
Yeah, like once you get to a certain point, it doesn't matter so much, but this is a very crucial point for it. If you make a mistake with the inventory layout, you're actually going to have some major problems at this point in the game. A lot of time that you'll waste fixing it later.
Yeah.
I forgot, man. It's been a while since I commentated this game. I forgot how hard it is to. It's like it's fast paced, man.
Not even on new game.
It's really hard to keep up with what's happening. It's a lot of strats.
Yeah, every room.
Oh man! All right, so no Visitors, best enemy ever made.
Fantastic.
They're great. These are hands down the most random enemies in Resident Evil 4. There are 3 encounters with them that we call the 3 layers of hell. So this is the first layer of hell. You'll notice he's turning his camera away from them, and that actually helps to deter them from hitting you.
Yeah.
Looking at them directly, they really behave differently if you're looking at them or not looking at them directly. And they can still bot
Nice.
you if they feel like it. Very good movement, so I have no problem getting through there. The first W-Store encounter is not too bad.
It's generally
The second
considered
two-
the easiest.
Yeah. The second and third are definite run killers. You are going for BB attempts.
Yes. I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm on PB pace.
Yeah, no, this is actually a pretty good run. I didn't really think about it, but yeah, this is actually a good run. This is another pretty recent strat right here. There's a group of enemies down below that usually, if you jump down, they trigger a cutscene where the red leader points at you. But by throwing the incendiary and jumping at a certain time, that doesn't happen. Alternatively, you can flash them, which is what we used to do.
Or shoot the reds out as well.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
But that is definitely very slow. But
Yeah.
using the incendiary for it, pretty new strat. Speaking of, are you doing the incendiary strat here?
Cinder. Okay, do it on
Oh
60.
no, it's not New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my crits this game. That is probably like a 10% chance of getting
Yeah, that's
a crit.
right.
A 2-shot crit is really good on this guy.
Yeah, usually it's
Super
shot
good.
on him. But yeah, the thing I was talking about is if he was playing New Game Plus, there's a certain glitch that he would already have access to that allows you to move faster. That you will see.
We'll get into
Soon
that. Yeah.
If he had that, he would be able to burn that red zealot with an incendiary grenade, which actually would keep him from running there during the cutscene.
Makes it so you don't have to walk so far.
Each chapter is like a hidden boss, by the way. This room can be pretty monka. Guys do different stuff every time, so we'll see what happens.
Okay.
That's fine.
This is pretty good. They'll die. Yeah, this is fine.
Sometimes you open that door and the whole squad's in your face. Like they're out here. This time went pretty good.
That
Switching to the rocket
actually,
early now. This guy's coming.
it actually would have been a gold. That was super solid. I'm getting pretty lucky here. Not
yeah,
gonna
this
lie.
is actually a good RNG on this run.
Not gonna lie to you. This is a pretty
This is-
decent run.
It's a high quality speedrun at the moment.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's so hard to explain everything, dude. You're going too fast. Going too quick.
Yeah.
Someone stop this man. Don't actually stop this move.
Yeah.
Please don't stop doing it.
I don't. My heart's torn because I don't have the timer running.
Yeah.
Obviously.
The loader
But this
time
would
anyway.
probably. This is pretty sure this is a good pace.
Yeah, it's
but,
definitely a good run.
Yeah.
This is another area that's pretty memorable if you've played the game. The dog maze, which in the speedrun's actually pretty relevant. If you just keep moving, just don't stop running, and these dogs never really can catch up to you.
Do I want? It wouldn't really mean much with the RTA time. It wouldn't mean
wouldn't
much because
really
we
know what it
haven't.
means.
RE4 has never timed RTA, so it wouldn't mean that much.
The in-game timer in this game is very good, actually.
Yeah.
So that's always been the timing method.
But on Steam with the different hardwares, it's better to have a load remover like most PC games.
Yeah,
There's so
every
many
other
hardware
version of the game is
differences.
timed in-game time, but on Steam, the load remover is where it's at. Like with a lot of PC games these days.
Mhm.
Can't wait to see you kick the frick out of this one guy.
Ooh, hitbox.
So a guard already drops into this cage, but
We're just gonna dip.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't kick him, no. Sometimes you'll kick open the door, and that guy will just go flying.
Best to play it safe.
Knock him down.
I spam pause there to kind of get a judge of the enemy's behavior. Again, not an RTA strat, but an IGT strat.
This gives you an extra opportunity to react.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never really mentioned, but yeah, we lost Ashley. She's back now. You don't really get a lot of context with all the cutscene skipping in this game, but yeah, Ashley gets like re-kidnapped like freaking 5 times. Gotta keep getting her back.
Mhm. I gotta wait for her. There's a hand grenade here that's a little precise, but it's basically, whoa, it's gonna wipe out everyone in the room.
Yeah, you have to clear a certain amount of guys here,
Should be good. Yep.
especially that red zone.
Yeah.
If you don't kill that red zone, guys will continue to swim. But that grenade wipes out everyone in the room, and Ashley's free to proceed.
Now they actually part the best.
Yeah,
Absolute.
now you play as Ashley.
Yeah.
Not much happening here.
Fun fact.
This chapter is basically just how good is your movement.
On the
It's not much to
NTSC J versions of this game, it gives you the throwback camera on the Ashley part. It has a fixed camera like the old REs. It's really interesting, but it's a little hard to maneuver in a third-person-esque game.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
It's very interesting.
It's kind of interesting because technically there is one very specific reason that playing Japanese version is maybe better, and that is because of game regulations and entertainment in general. Regulations that exist in Japan, like there can't be decapitation in the game. So, like you'll see, whenever he's headshotting guys with the rifle, like he's blasting their heads off and stuff. Well, it doesn't happen on the Japanese version. And something that can happen if a guy is headless. There are some occasions where a guy will continue walking when he's headless, and when they're doing that, they can actually grab you. So it's possible for a headless enemy that's technically dead to still grab you.
Yes.
And waste your time. But if you're playing on Japanese version, that cannot happen because there are no such thing as headless. So for that reason, it's technically maybe better to play on Japanese, but if you were to do that, you would have to get used to dealing with the different controls here.
In the camera,
Which
yeah.
of course is within just getting used to it. But it's definitely not a deal breaker. Not playing on Japanese is not a big deal. Those headless grabs are a very rare
menace.
occurrence. Very rare
suck.
occurrence.
When you don't
As long as
expect
you're
it, that's when
aware,
they
rare.
come in.
But yeah.
They're pretty gross sometimes.
Good opportunity to talk about that fun fact. Because not much happens in this chapter.
And this next chapter is usually what decides
It's
a
a long
good
one.
and bad run. It's
a
very
long
long, and a lot of bad things can happen.
Yeah, there's a lot in it. There's a lot of things you got to do in this chapter. For starters, lava room, because every good castle needs a lava room. Oh, he didn't do the wait.
I forgot.
There's a spot on the ground there. If you the wait follow button, you actually say wait twice for some reason.
Broken.
Yeah, you got a good old lava room here. That's what you do in a castle, man. You gotta have a lava room. Is it even a castle? You're right. I mean, you gotta have
Exactly. Yeah.
Lucky money drop from that guy.
You'll hear me spamming, if you listen close enough, you can hear me spamming, you might not be able to hear it, but I spam 2 buttons. There is a thing called fast pickups in this game, where every single item you pick up, if you hit X, then A, and then X, it'll make the text like almost instant. Other than just
That
like,
applies.
yeah, other than
Oh,
just
nice.
spamming X, you can hit XIX, which is hard. So I usually just spam both. I'm like you can very precisely hit XIX like really fast. But for me, I kind of spam both at a certain frequency, so I can pick it up faster. And if I do screw it up, it's not that much of a time loss. And it's hard, but it takes a little. You can do it eventually.
That applies to pretty much all text boxes. So you have 2 action buttons, so really just get through them quick by hitting both. I wanted to mention too another cool manipulation back in the lava room there. He reloaded his TMP in such a spot where that guy got stuck behind the wall. It's a good time to reload because you have to wait on that carousel to come around anyway.
And yeah, I will give you an extended timer for time. The ending's pretty slow, so I'll let you know. There's a 40-second jet ski section at the end. That's super slow, so that's no problem.
Wait.
Oh, I didn't even mention earlier, there's 2 instances of this. One was the dog maze earlier, and another is this. There's actually a glitch exclusive to the GameCube version that just called a TMP glitch. Basically, if you set yourself up in a certain way, you can shoot through a door with the TMP, if you have the stock on it anyway. And this is one of the rooms where you can take advantage of that. You can kind of skip this whole section he just did, and you'll be in this room where he is now by shooting the lock off of this door on his right early.
This one right here.
That item, the Queen's Grail, is the reason he needs to come back here. It's a key item. But you can get that instantly with the TMP glitch. And then with the dog maze, you skip the entire dog maze using it. So
Wait.
it's another one of those really cool version-specific things in this game. This is a pretty cool fight here.
You get to show off some of your aiming skills.
360 no-scope some kids. Real quick. Yeah, this is very flashy. He's got to fight all these armadillos, these knights. And by getting headshots, he exposes their plagas. And plagas die instantly to flash grenades. So he just pops off those headshots to expose them all. One flash grenade kills them. really don't know what we would do in this room if it weren't for
Okay.
the flash thing. It's a very cool mechanic they added, that the plugs are weak to light.
Mm-hmm.
And also there's a chance that last night he shot, there's a chance that his helmet just doesn't explode. Like sometimes he just like, you shoot him and he's just like, yeah, so.
Mm-hmm.
He just phantomed
Just
it for some reason.
shrugs it off.
That's why I went like back into the scope to make sure before he switched to his flash.
Follow me. Wait, follow me.
This is an example of
We have no idea what
using
happens, but-
wait, follow me to aggro enemies to your advantage.
Wait.
You see, he waited for all the guys to go over to one side of the room, and then he's able to safely bypass. Alright, second layer of hell. In my opinion, the worst of the three.
It sucks. I could die
I
basically
don't
anywhere in
even-
this room.
I don't even know what to say about this room. Like, you just turn your camera away and hope for the best. It's a very
Like
room.
this.
Oh, they're coming.
I might be dead.
Oh, no. Yeah, if he gets comboed, it's over.
Okay. Not awful.
You can only take one hit, essentially. Okay.
They can
That was fine.
They can combo you, so it leads up to attacks, and you
They're
can't even
savage.
go into your inventory screen sometimes.
Yeah, they are absolutely savage. Like, yeah, sometimes you'll get out of a hit and you'll be spamming inventory, but you just can't get in it before they hit you again. They'll just one-more combo you.
It's very bad.
So yeah, not uncommon. Like it could have happened there, and there would have been nothing you can do about it. Also, that catapult can hit you for fun. No reason.
There you
Just kind of have to deal with it.
go. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, in my opinion, that is the worst of the no Vistadors. The third one's pretty bad too, but you do have more resources to deal with it. That one, it's like, all you got is 2 flash grenades and you just gotta hope.
Yep. Good luck. Especially with you know, if you're sitting at like an optimized time, even a hit from the Novies can like ruin your run. So it's scary.
Especially what he got there, where he was grabbing really slow.
That's the worst one.
A little bit of fancy footwork, by the way, to dodge those arrows. Again, it's all about movement knowledge. You just move in a certain way, and it's pretty unlikely that they're
Ooh,
gonna hit
that's uncommon.
you. Oh, what the? Yeah, that doesn't happen every day. The guy running up the stairs like that. Good reaction, though.
I look forward to it every time.
One of the most essential things in this game, you have to have very good reactions, because sometimes enemies are just going to do weird stuff. Very good use of baiting out enemies to swing here, which is not very lenient. You got to record very quickly after the fact. Oh no. Yeah, that rocket, another very good use of the rocket. One of these garters is more heavily armored than the other, so the rocket doesn't quite kill him. So you got to squeeze in that extra rifle shot. And that's it for the rifle. There's another merchant coming up here where we're going to sell the rifle, and we're going to buy the striker shotgun. And this is where the run gets really exciting. Because with the striker shotgun, we can now use what's called the Dittman glitch. And the Dittman glitch essentially allows you to go really fast all the time. So what you do is you equip the striker and you aim it, and then there's kind of a time period, like you'll see he's running super fast right now. You know, his running speed is like 150% when this glitch is active. So you aim the striker, and there's a time period before the laser sight appears, and if during that time period you enter your inventory and equip a different item, Dittman glitch is activated. He's going to be using that almost everywhere. There are some rooms where it's not worth it because of the time it takes in the inventory to activate the glitch, but he'll be using it a lot.
Oh my goodness.
That was a close one. It's another thing about the Ditman glitch. You'll see he just completely disrespected those QTs. You can do a lot of trickery because of Ditman.
Like that too. It changes the game.
There's a lot of glitches that are actually only
He did the
possible
thing.
because of Ditman. Oh, he did do the thing. The freak. That's pretty rare that he jumps back up.
Okay. I have to reset checkpoint.
No.
He didn't get froze.
No.
Wow.
That was ridiculous.
That's super rare. That happens.
So he needs him to get frozen by the thing he knocked over. Because when he's frozen, the rocket will kill him in one shot. But if he's not frozen, it won't kill him.
Yeah.
And he simply doesn't have the resources to kill him outside of this rocket. So that's really rare. That's very unusual that happened. That's so unfortunate too, because this was actually a very good pace run.
PvE pace, yeah.
Super unfortunate, but
Happens.
yeah, as you'll see here, he's just jumping. But
That's what's
the other
supposed to
time he
happen.
jumped up in the ceiling. But yeah, going back to what I was saying though, Ditman, it allows you to do. There are a lot of glitches that are only possible because of Ditman glitch.
Yeah.
It's a glitch that allows you to do other things.
And especially since Steam is so fast, you're allowed to Ditman basically anywhere.
Yeah, on slower versions, you wouldn't be Ditmaning as often because you're spending more time in the inventory to activate it.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see a lot of it on this version. And it's just the pace of the run just escalates once you get it.
Another mouse advantage there, using the scroll wheel to scroll through the menus faster.
Moving the merchant. So another rocket, specifically for this room, is going to use it immediately on a boulder that's here. So normally they want you to do a bunch of stuff to obtain dynamite, which is a key item. However, you don't need the dynamite if you have a rocket. You can just blow it up with a rocket. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but there is one specific version where you can't blow up the boulder, and there's actually an out-of-bounds glitch in the room to still skip the dynamite. And speaking of out-of-bounds, so you might notice Leon kind of ditched the whatever you call it there, the zip line.
Yep.
Well, because of Ditman. So he's going to go back and use it again, and now
I'm out.
the zip line is just kind of overclocked or whatever. And he just clips out of bounds. So this is one of those glitches that is only possible because of Ditman. If not for that, he would have to fight 2 El Gigantes at once. Which, New Game Plus, it's faster to just fight them, because you can kill them very easily. But we have no real means to kill them.
And there's another one.
The
last time we see the bugs.
3rd layer, though.
Yep.
Now he has Ditman, so this area is very tricky as well, but Ditman really helps here. Like this room would be a nightmare without Ditman. Like people have done.
I should have thrown another one.
Oh no! Yeah. Guy coming in out of nowhere. Yikes!
Should be good.
Yeah, that striker should do it. Striker's very helpful against these guys too. Like having Ditman and just using the striker as a weapon really helps in this room.
Right there.
If you hit them when they're in the exactly when they're midair, they die instantly to very low amount of damage, and the striker does quite a bit of damage, so just completely destroys them when they're in the air. And again, just turning that camera to make it much less likely for them to be provoked to attack them. Their trick here, because of Ditman, he will be able to bypass these pillars. If he jumps down quickly, you can still get crushed by it if you're not fast. It's a lot of stuff you can bypass that you shouldn't be able to with the Ditman glitch.
Yeah, you basically, playing New Game Pro, you have to go into it thinking you're gonna die. I hate to say it, but
like
those guys can
really
be ruthless.
Until you get past that last Novice door area, you really don't have a run.
Yeah.
Because they can just destroy you. And even if they don't kill you, like they can really waste a lot of your time.
The most common
struggling to survive.
The most common is the leave you on yellow, so you have time to think about it.
Yeah.
That's countless runs where they let you live with yellow HP, so you can just think about what they've
You
done.
really think about how much time you're losing.
Yeah. It's kind of messed up,
As we
actually.
mentioned earlier, in less than green health, you run slower, which adds up to a lot over a long distance. So, we're in the mines now, and in the mines, there's a minecart, which is a very...
Okay.
What? No! Okay. I'm amazed he didn't
I've
gut you.
never reloaded there.
I'm amazed he didn't gut you. I actually thought it was about to happen. Yeah, so in the mines, there is a minecart, and it's a very long, boring auto-scroller. However, several years ago there was a glitch, an out-of-bounds discovered to skip said minecart. Thank goodness, because riding that minecart was freaking boring. It was the worst. Now you don't have to ride.
Yep. You don't have to.
So you're gonna see that here in a moment. It's a pretty cool glitch.
Have to have a two-handed out.
Yeah, for some reason. Really the only glitch I can think of where you must be holding...
There we go, we're in.
And then it immediately switches back to the grenade for that extra running speed. And yeah, just bypass this whole auto-scroller. So, the area you're looking at now, this downward spiral, is where you will end out on the minecart after probably about a minute or more of auto-scroller. So yeah, simply clips back in here and runs the rest of the way down.
Yep.
Pretty great. It's quite excellent.
It's pretty great. Now you can just look around.
And it saves about 2 minutes. Like, not 2 minutes,
A few.
but a minute 45, probably.
A few, yeah.
It's a huge, biggest skip in the game by far. And just...
It changed
just
the
skips
route.
Such a boring part of the game, too.
Yeah, it changed
And
the
yes,
route
it
for the
did change
better.
the route. One thing it changed, it actually changed the money route, interestingly, because when we used to ride the minecart, there are two Salvadors, the chainsaw guys. There are two of them that appear, one at each different part of the auto-scroller, and we kill them and they drop 10,000 pesetas each. And once this glitch was discovered, it's like, okay, well, we're not going to get that money anymore, so we have to get it somewhere else. So the money route really changed at that point. Taking different items.
It's very, very cool.
What we always really wanted was to skip this door right here that he just put the key item in, because if we were able to do that, the loading zone for this is still here. So if we were able to get past that door, we would no longer have minecart skip, we would have mines skip.
The whole
Be able
chapter.
to skip the entire mines, which would be insane. So, if there are any glitch hunters watching,
Get to
I would-
work.
I would
Oh,
safely
I got
say
the
that
thing.
you didn't give you money if you found that. You did get the thing. Did you jump too late?
I jumped too late.
No.
A little late.
Yeah, so this room's pretty high octane.
Yeah, a
Very
little,
fast paced.
a little bit.
He's trying to trigger this hand moving up and then immediately jump onto it.
There you go.
Like so.
Really?
Wow. I'm surprised. It's definitely uncommon. Slightly off the show.
There you go.
Oh!
That guy was waiting for me.
At least you still have this.
Oh yeah.
The most of the early game went really good. Didn't take too many hits.
That castle was very good
Yeah.
until
Alright, so.
Novies.
I'm
by the
I'm gonna
way.
let you for this next one. So, there's a very difficult part of the run coming up here.
That also involves mouse.
Yes.
Whoops.
So he's going to switch to mouse and keyboard for the interest of very fast aiming speed. So he's going to be on an elevator, and when you're on this elevator, it's a sort of a auto score because elevator's rising up, and as it's rising up, there are tons of enemies
Donkey
dropping
Kong skip.
onto it. Also Donkey Kong, by the way. Dip past that barrel real quick. You need pretty good movement to do that. So yeah, so a bunch of guys are going to be dropping onto this elevator, and essentially he's going to set himself up in a specific spot with the striker, and if you're set up in this spot perfectly, when the guys land, you simply fire the striker and it will blast them off of the elevator, so you won't have to kill them because they'll just fall off, like so. Boom, they fly off. But you have to maintain your position, and they keep dropping to different sides of the ball, so you have to keep changing your position back and forth to make sure they fly off. And the reason he's using keyboard and mouse, you can see he's flying a million miles an hour to change sides. So cannot move that fast with a controller, not even close. So the advantage of it is occasionally the pattern will be a little bit different for them dropping, and don't
I did
drop
the thing.
a little bit. Oh wow, that's a good elevator. That was
skipped.
perfect. The
Do you hear
elevator
him?
never stopped.
Wait.
Well, I don't have audio. So.
Okay. You see him? There's still there's 3. There's 4 left.
What the heck? That's definitely new. I haven't seen that.
So one of the guys that I kicked off usually die, but one of them lived because I shot him off too fast.
Yeah.
So he lived long and delayed the spawns long enough so that I could.
That
skip
would never
cycle.
happen. That would never happen without keyboard mouse. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, the elevator never stopped. 2 guys had to land on it for it to stop, and he always kept them off of the elevator. And yeah, yet another boss here that we're just gonna make short work of with the rocket launcher. There is actually a glitch to skip this boss altogether. If you're on 30 FPS, that does not work on 60 FPS, so just gotta kill him with that rocket. Pretty cool glitch. I would say it's actually one of my favorite glitches in the game.
I failed the demo there.
Yeah, that hurts a little. Climbing the ladder. But yeah. But,
These are not fast for
elevator,
IGT,
that's-
but
yeah.
the load remover helps.
What was I gonna say? The elevator. Yeah, just I was just gonna say they do drop a little bit different sometimes, so being able to aim so fast with the keyboard and mouse, you can compensate for that very easily. Whereas with controller, not being able to change as quickly, you can run into problems with that sometimes.
Yep. Here's another recent skip. Not recent, but the most recent, I would say.
Yeah, this is actually this glitch, this out of bounds. Being out of bounds in this area was previously possible through different means. Because he's about to get out of bounds here. It used to be possible through different means that were slower, and actually the other setup for it does not work on 60 FPS at all. So he's skipping a huge area here by going out of bounds and triggering this QT, which clips him up to this area, and he's skipped an entire area because of this. That saves around 50 seconds, almost a minute maybe.
Huge headache.
Very, very big.
Huge headache to do the room casually.
Yeah, it's not great. Second biggest skip besides my card skip. Very huge. And yeah, the other method is about 10 seconds slower, and it only works on 30 FPS. So for this version, we weren't even able to skip it before. So
It saves like
that's
40.
actually a huge, huge improvement. The wrap.
For sure.
So there's a guy right here that's like, he's basically a jump scare. You might have seen him come out. He just like busts out of this burner, but you're able to run right past him if your movement is good. But yeah, basically he busts out of there and tries to grab you. Here's another, not really a glitch, but a byproduct of the Ditman glitch called garage skip. So you have to normally kill the guys that are behind here for the garage door to open up. But because we have Ditman, we just manipulate them to open it, and then we are able to run right past that door before they can close it. As without it, you would not be able to get through there before it closes.
Mm-hmm.
Quick puzzles. Generators, by the way. I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys even saw them, but if you
We
played
haven't
this
seen
game, you
it.
definitely remember them.
Mm-hmm.
They are fortunately very irrelevant in the speedrun. As long as you know how they work, you simply get them to attack and you can bypass them. They're quite a short kill, but there's only one that we need to kill because he has a key item, and we just we have a rocket for that one.
Waste them.
All the others are very easy to get past.
See me demoning a lot. Of course.
Very useful in this room. You can get past that group of enemies without Ditman, but it's pretty hard. And it's, in this case, faster with Ditman anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ditman is very nice for getting past groups of enemies that are pretty difficult to get past without. And plus, yeah, it's usually faster anyway, so... And here's the one regenerator that you do need to kill. Destroy him with the rocket. Snatch up the key item.
Later.
Peace.
We're coming up to a part that's super, super recent. Like,
Oh, yeah.
1 day ago recent.
Yep, new
Oops,
strat coming up.
That's fine. Oh.
That is very unusual. You get shot by that guy.
He shot
Nice
very
way at the door.
fast. Take advantage of the iframes.
Yep. So he waited to kick the door. Because you have some invincibility frames when kicking a door, but not very many. So he needed to time the door kick correctly, so that the guy's swing would be in that invincibility frame window.
That guy
Not
didn't
something
get
you have to
flash.
do often, but you do have to be ready to react to that.
Really?
Ashley, no.
Okay, she's here.
Yeah, you can occasionally get choked up in here.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. This is my flash was wrong.
Yeah, that's another kind of new strat that Frenchie made, actually. Using very specific movement to dip through there without a problem. Alternatively, you can use a flash, which isn't really done too often. Or you can do a similar setup, but Ashley gets hit. You don't get hit, but Ashley will get hit. And that's fine, but it's kind of scary because she can potentially get shot with an arrow in the next room. And if that happens, it's game over, so...
Here it is. New strat found like 2 days ago.
So there actually used to be a glitch that we used in this room to have Ashley not follow us for a while, and as a result not trigger a group of enemies spawning, because it's actually Ashley that triggers them spawning and not me. But we're not using that anymore, because it is kind of slow compared to this.
We call it
It was
the home run strat.
the home run, because you gotta you activate the wrecking ball, and then you gotta run all 3 bases. You gotta run circles around.
There we go.
Archer. Then you do it again. You run circles around him. You retrieve Ashley, and you keep running. But yeah, at this point they're all flashed, and you're good to go.
Wait,
But yeah, this group of enemies with the glitch that we used to use, it didn't even spawn. Well, they spawned, but they spawned at a point where they don't even detect you. So, but that is faster than bothering with that.
Wait.
The glitch
Very
was a
handy.
little bit better than the previous
Follow
method.
me.
That's going back years now, but this is, you know, fresh off the belt.
Comedic,
Brand new
too.
strat. Yep. I love it.
It's
Home
pretty
runs.
great.
Just run circles around them, dude. Literally. It's like, what are you gonna do? I got it. Can't catch. Yeah, it just works out really well. It works out really nice because you have to use that wrecking ball 3 times, and by the time you get back there, it's like perfect timing. It's ready for you to use it again, and it just manipulates all the enemies into really good spots and everything.
Auto scroller.
Auto scroller. Gotta love them.
Don't sleep on it though; it can be dangerous.
You do have to be careful. You definitely have to respect the truck, but it is pretty boring auto scroller.
I need, looking at my money route, I need approximately 3.5k to have enough for the rest of the game. So I'm gonna kill these guys, get some money, and we're good. There we go.
Yeah, this is another thing. You can just see the striker is a really good weapon. Ditman glitch aside. Like, even if the Ditman glitch wasn't a thing, we would absolutely still use the striker in the route. It's just a very devastating weapon if a group of enemies like that.
What the heck is this guy?
And this is without upgrading weapons either. It does considerable amount of damage, even with its base stats.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it's a shotgun, so that just scales when guys are closer to you. So that does huge amounts of damage. Big groups like that.
Basically, I want to keep these guys off, keep them swinging at me so they don't jump on. Like that. It's hard to micromanage them and the truck sometimes. And you'll see that at the next truck.
Yeah, this area is not bad, but the next area there's quite a bit of stuff you have to do. Also, it's actually possible to skip this cutscene right here, or not this one, but the next one, I think, right? Yeah. I don't know, one of them. I don't remember anymore. It's possible to skip one of them. It's the first one. The first one, you can skip it by picking up an item, frame perfect, which is pretty hard since it's at 60 FPS.
Yes.
But it can be done. It has been. It's pretty nifty.
Come on up here. Please. You can hear one of them stomping down there.
Yeah. That's always Wonka, dude. These guys can turn into what I like to call floor monsters, where they kind of clip out of bounds, and they can like get inside of the bottom of the truck and stuff.
Yeah.
So you definitely can't trust those guys.
Again, I don't want them to hop on the truck, so I'm just gonna make them swing,
Pop 'em.
and you bop them.
Yeah, it's all about just getting them grouped up, and you can deal with them with very little ammo. And it's actually somewhat important on this truck to try to be disciplined with it. You don't want to use too much, because you definitely need a little bit left at the end.
Yeah, I'm trying to reload now, but I can't because I'm out. And I picked up extra, so...
Right. But that is definitely enough. So you need... Well, you absolutely must have at least one shot for this truck. Ideally. You can do it with one by waiting until it's about to hit you. For some reason, if you hit it at that point, it just destroys it. But also there's a chance that plagas spawn with those Ganados at the end, and that can get pretty monka. So you definitely want to have a little bit of ammo left at the end to manage them if they become a factor.
Aiming at their feet helps a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I was
Like,
aiming
you
at
just
their
want to
feet.
keep them knocked down rather than trying to kill them. Because if you kill them, that's when they turn into Quagga.
Exactly.
That's pretty common, actually, so you just want to keep them away. But yeah, this part of the run is like between the truck and now a pretty long, unskippable cutscene with a lot of QTs in it, which is why it's unskippable. Between those two things, this is really like the downtime of the run, basically. And it's kind of unfortunate because from like chapter 4-3, which was the one with the minecart, pretty much from that point up until getting on that truck auto score, like the game is very fast paced, and it's my personal favorite part of the game, and I think a lot of people would agree. It's like you're coming fresh off of that. You have so much momentum, and then between truck and this cutscene, it just destroys your momentum, and then you have to like get back in the group. But it does give you a chance to breathe out.
After all, you and I both know where we come from.
Luckily with the Steam version, you can spam the QTs and they work. You don't have to like actually know them. You can just spam AX and RT and LT.
That's all.
Interestingly, on I'm not sure about PS4 and Xbox One and Switch actually, but at least every other console version, and probably those as well. I'm just not sure, so I'm not gonna say that for sure. But most console versions, at least, you can't spend like this gives you at random A and X or L and R, and you. On this Steam version, you can just spam all 4 buttons, and it doesn't matter. But for some reason on those consoles, you have to hit, you can't hit all 4. You have to hit just specifically the ones at once. Like, if you spam all 4, it'll just kill you. Like, the game just can't comprehend that for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's actually a little bit scary. Like, you gotta be careful with it.
All for Umbrella's sake. Umbrella. Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade.
But yeah, essentially, since this whole thing is unskippable, and it's really like, it's unfortunate that you can't skip it at this point. Because once you kick this guy Krauser off of you right there, like, that's the end of the QTs. There's no more QTs. So it's like, it would have been so courteous if they just let you skip it at that point at least.
Right.
Since this is unskippable, we have to watch it every single run. Basically, any RE4 speedrunner that's been around for a little while has completely memorized the dialogue in this cutscene. We just know it by heart.
Told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
It's a cooldown period.
The worst is if you try to do a segmented speedrun in this game, which this game is amazing for doing segmented speedruns because of the ability to save after every chapter and just reload it as much as you want. Doing this chapter in a segmented, it drives you insane because you just keep doing that cutscene over and over. And it's a long chapter too. This just is like the second longest chapter in the game.
Made those lasers approach me faster by mashing that.
Yeah,
For some reason.
Kind of recent discovery. Not that recent, but yeah, actually not that recent at all.
Yeah.
my perception of recent is skewed because I've been playing this game too long.
No.
Also can run straight through one of those lasers on 30 FPS.
I'm gonna reload my TMP. If I had 4 shots, I wouldn't, but
If you have like no shots, yeah. It's sketchy.
usually I have enough ammo for that part, but I use too much. Different areas.
You want to talk about U3 or?
Sure. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. You kind of just ignore him and hope he kind of steps over you. I was gonna do the risky one right there. There's a risky dodge with him if you're not, if you want to play for the gold. But yeah, mostly it's just shooting these lights, hoping it doesn't give you an awkward pattern. Whoops. And then you kind of just stroll past him.
And you just have to Just have to pay attention to what he's doing, because he
Yeah.
can jump up and down at different times.
Yep.
If you have certain movement, you can kind of control what he's doing, but you just need to have good awareness. And this is pretty cool. He's able to blow up one of those green lights from the opposite side with that grenade by throwing it in a certain spot, and that kind of bypasses having to do some stuff before Q3 appearing again there. It's pretty neat.
Rocket and a knife.
Yeah, for some reason, almost every enemy in the game, Rocket instantly kills you. But U3 never dies from just Rocket. He needs that extra little bit from the knife. For some reason. Even if you're on normal. It's really strange.
So yeah, U3. He's I don't know. He can be dangerous if you misplay. But other than
You
that,
definitely
like,
gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Because there is... He didn't get any there, but like I was saying, you can kind of manage what he does with your movement, but there are instances where he'll swoop down from the ceiling and give you a QT to dodge him, and if you fail to hit that QT, he will grab you, and you'll notice he has not upgraded his health bar at all in this run, and on professional difficulty with an unupgraded health bar, that QT will kill you, guaranteed. It is not like even with like TAS mashing speed to get out of the grab, it is physically impossible to get out of that QT before death. So you really gotta make sure you don't get hit by one of those, because that puts you way back too. Puts you way back.
Krauser here can give you multiple patterns. Grenade and crossbow are the best, but TMP is the worst. He has a longer edge of shooting, so he's a lot slower. But with this,
you kind of have to avoid.
He's
TMP.
really fast.
And knife is really good against crit. I feel like they just kind of like wanted that to be a thing. It's like, oh, we used the knife on him in the cutscene, so you got a knife him, right?
Yeah. You give me bow, I'm gonna respect it. You can sometimes get away with not respecting the bow. Yeah. But it's basically a coin flip. And I don't really want to do that.
Pretty likely to be hit by it if you don't wait on it. As you can see, several phases.
Whoops. Nope. I meant to reload my Killer 7.
Yeah, that's another thing. Another merchant there where he got rid of the TMP and he bought the Killer 7 Magnum.
Nice.
Killer 7.
Super hard trick. Statue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you push this statue just right, you don't have to hit that second wall that was on his right.
Mm-hmm. It's a little proper, but when you get it, it's always nice. But yeah, basically, going back to the Killer 7, we need to be in.
It's mainly needed for crowd, you know? It's like, it's very useful for several things. It's very convenient for what we need for this last bit of the game. Just deal big damage to certain enemies.
E3, I got it.
Yeah.
But here's a cool strat. I really like the Ditman. The Ditman strat here is faster and it looks so nice. You basically have... Ooh, hold on. Okay. You basically have to hit his head.
That attack.
Oh, I'm too close. I might be able to get it. Yeah.
It's a little skippy.
Yeah, I screwed it up.
Can be safe.
But basically, you can just knife him normally without Ditman, but with Ditman, you can aim for his head and like headshot him like every time. It's super. It's not super risky, but like it can easily destroy you if your positioning is wrong, like that one. I prefer to be a little closer than far away, because if you're too close, then you can just go back to normal. But if you're too far away, then he'll just like one hit kill you.
So, but he had good awareness. Basically, he just kept adjusting his aim so that it didn't get messed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, even without Ditman, you would still use the knife on him. Knife's just super effective. But anyway, we got 5-4. Last chapter of the game, essentially.
Oh my god.
And it is Yeah, okay. It is that. That is 5-4. It is super random. Basically anything can bop you. You do have to play somewhat reactionary, for sure.
Really?
Later room. Oh wow, that's super rare. He shot things.
Oh my. Oh, I died there. I died by reset checkpoint.
No.
What the frick?
Yeah, he was gonna die if he didn't. Yeah, that was like, yeah, 5-4 showing what it does best.
Yeah.
It is a very random chapter. Sometimes it just gets you. It's very uncommon. Just happened. That is a very rare thing. And that's pretty important what he did there. He gets JJ, the chain gun guy, to swing at him as he jumps down. And then he doesn't have to worry about him shooting afterward. Got the war room here. Got to deal with a bunch of turrets. Also very random room. the whole chapter is very random, for sure.
Backstep there to bait the grab.
It's another one of those things you have to react. Like if he's close, you gotta get him to grab, so get up in your business, because that dynamite can be a problem. Yeah, another interesting fact there.
Oh, we didn't get to show
kind of...
Mike because of the reset checkpoint. Oops.
Oh no, Mike?
Yeah, because we reset that checkpoint.
Oh, true. Yeah, so there's a... You probably heard him earlier. There's this helicopter pilot, Mike.
Oh, yeah, he just said it. Wait, what?
Oh, did he?
He's so late.
Yeah, sometimes he blows stuff up here, but he does different stuff based on resetting.
He chooses which side to blow up, and the last side that I activated that lever is where you want him to blow up. Because it's basically he destroys the foundation and then you can jump through and it makes it faster. But it's like 50-50 on where he destroys the sides. And you know, it's common for him not to, basically. You have to plan for it not to.
Yeah.
Just for the
it's nice
sake of
if
safety.
He gets the good one, but it's not usual.
It's probably like 2 minutes since time, by the way. We're pretty close to the end.
Yeah. Probably around 2 minutes. Definitely getting close. So
yeah, we're really close to the end here.
So yeah, last room of 5-4, and this one can get pretty hectic. Like you really have to react pretty quickly. You don't have a lot of resources. All you have is your Killer 7 and one flash, and there's a lot of guys. So he fires that one shot there, though, to manipulate movement patterns. Mostly for one guy in particular. That's a problem after he finds a lot. So he's got a Butstead bandana guy to get the key. And then... oh, wow, he was still there. Yeah, the shot is to try to get the axe guy to jump down, to hit him. But yeah, just these guys are... There's tons of them, and they're always in different spots. Like, you just gotta... play fast and just have good reactions to what they're doing. Just have good movement, like he's doing. Dodging these attacks with good movement.
That's it.
It's high octane. Crazy room. That wasn't too bad. That one hit's really good part for the course. It's pretty good. Yeah, 5-4 definitely showed what it does best, though.
Yeah.
Slick dodging the shield guys there. kind of a new shred.
Wait, follow me.
Alright, going to kill the final boss.
Yeah, final boss, unfortunately, is... Well, unfortunately and fortunately, is very anticlimactic. The real final boss is 5. Once you finish 5, it's basically over.
There's a strat for this room, but it's basically TAS. And it's very hard if you're not careful. Like, you can shoot him from here. Instead of me shooting on, like, his, like, face right there, you can shoot him from over here on the bridge. And it's super fast, but it's hard to hit his eyeballs from this far away. It's really interesting.
But that's it. Sadler's dead.
Yep.
Essentially, it's like he just shot the eyeball to the Killer 7 to expose his weak point. One more shot,
Let's do
just
it.
to have enough damage for the rocket to bring him into that second phase. And in that second phase, again, you can't see cutscenes or anything, but Ada appears and gives you that special rocket launcher, and that insta kills him when you hit him with it. So, and then jet ski escape, because every
And the jet ski glitch with Ditman.
you're
See ya.
doing it, yo, jet ski glitch. Bye, Felicia.
Bye,
Peace.
Felicia.
Yeah, so he activated the Ditman glitch when he got on the jet ski, which causes him to just zoom off there. It's real good. But yeah, every good Capcom game.
So time will be at the end of this jet ski ride when the cutscene starts, by the way. Overall, though, surprised. This run was
Definitely not
actually
bad.
not bad.
Like, there were a couple crazy things.
Yeah.
Really unusual crazy things, like the barrel and 5.
All right, and now.
Verdugo thing, but like that Verdugo thing was really unusual. But all in all, like, definitely solid run. There was just a couple unusual, very unfortunate things that happened, but that was definitely a very good.
Finally, the line's jacked free.
I'm curious
Hannigan, no glasses.
where this would be, actually.
What's the status of the mission?
So what was the RTA on that?
Yeah,
Under?
those are RTA.
You know you're kind of cute without those glasses.
I don't.
Give me your number
What would
when
it
I
be?
get
I'm guessing 130.
Man,
Holy,
okay, so,
that's
see, you gotta have a sub 30.
Wait.
IGT.
Wait. Okay. Wait, RTA is the same as IGT. What the freak? Oh, I Ditman so much. That's why.
What?
I
Oh,
Ditman
true.
so much.
True, yeah. The
Okay, okay.
That's one thing we didn't mention. A lot of the Ditmans are actually slower,
Yeah.
IGT wise, but that's, you know, what you would be doing because of the load
Wow.
remover. So
This. So to give you an idea, this run is probably like 2 minutes from my PB.
yeah,
2 minutes
that
and
was
like 15.
really solid run. Like, if it wasn't for the Verdugo mishap and the JJ shooting the barrel mishap on 5-4, like, that would be a really nice run. That was definitely good for a marathon. Excellent run.
Yeah. All right. Cool. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate, you know, Flea Fest for allowing us, you know, allowing me to play on here. It was a lot of fun. I love doing them, for sure. Thanks for Carpenter for co-commentating with me. He's
Oh, no problem.
way better
I
explaining
love
things than I am, so I
I've
appreciate
been
it.
running this game for like 4 years, so I love talking about this game.
Yeah.
And, I am actually going to catch you guys again on Sunday.
Yeah.
I will be running Super Mario Sunshine 90%, which is
Yeah.
a speed game I'm currently working on.